Eh? Hello and welcome to all. Black Butler, or however you pronounce the Japanese name, which I am not saying, belongs to Yana Toboso. I don't know. Thank you for the participants to be in this game. I don't know many fans of Black Butler, so I just got to you people. Anyways, if you are interested in the Black Butler fandom, be warned of spoilers if you haven't reached this far into the manga or canon events of the anime. Be warned for the Book of Murder. Otherwise, look in the description for the content creators that were invited here. First up, we have Crazy. He is wearing a pineapple top hat. Do you like your hat? Otherwise, howdy! Next up, we got Nets. She is given a hand fan and says hi to the audience. After her, we got Quinn. She was given a hand fan as well, because I can't think of anything else to give these people accessories for. So yeah, you got a hand fan, it has cats. Because, yes. She says, "Greetings to you ladies and gentlemen." Or something, I forgot. Anyways, I forgot because I deleted you people's posts for the random numbers and the greetings, so yeah, I'm sorry for wasting your time for answering those things. Yeah, I totally forgot to write down those responses before deleting the post. My fault. Anyways, it was early March, and the players received an invitation to the Phantom Hive estate for a night gathering party. Will they accept? Yes, they will, and so they all went. Among one of the guests, Crazy was arriving in the same carriage as another guest to the Phantom Hive estate. He is Mr. Arthur Canyon Doy. I do not know how to pronounce his name. I've heard of his name multiple times. He's the author of Sherlock Holmes. But yeah, I can't pronounce his name. Only name that makes sense was Arthur. Dang. Anyways, and so everyone arrived to the estate safe and sound, despite it being stormy outside with the rain. Upon entering the place with Arthur, Crazy met with the other two who eventually arrived, and there they were met with Ren Mao and Lao. Lao, the head of the English branch for Kunlun, a Shanghai trading company, and he is accompanied by with his sister-in-law. And with our greetings, we discovered that Arthur is an automolo- autom- wherever eye doctor. He's an eye doctor, but he also does a little writing as a hobby. With a little chatting, this Earl Phantom Hive eventually arrived and greeted the guests. With the guest of honor missing for a bit, he questions where he may be. And then, eventually later on, the guest of honor has arrived, accompanied with the Queen's butler, Earl Grey. Our guest of honor is none other than Greg George whatever Von Siemens, the honorary board member of Bumburger Bank or something. With everyone present in the room, Sebastian, the butler, reads down a list for the people who are staying for the party. On that list, we have, of course, a guest of honor. Next up, we got Patrick Phelps, the Trader Division board member of the Blue Star Line, a shipping company. After him, Carl Woodley, the president of the Woodley Company, specializing in diamond cutting, was next. After him was Mr. Grimsley Hine, a stage director, and Miss Irene Diaz, the opera singer. Next up from that list is Lao Ren Mao. Within the small party, everyone had an enjoyable time. There was food and drinks provided for small talk at the buffet. Crazy was with Lao and Ramao. Nets was enjoying the food, and Quinn was talking with Mr. Grimsley and Miss Irene. Nets went into the billiards room with Irene and Kine, where while they were followed with Earl Grey, Patrick, Arthur, and Crazy. Quinn stayed. Quinn went with Lau Renmao and Mr. Woodley into the lounge, where Sebastian was present. Later on within the night, there was a scene somewhere in the manor. Upon arrival to the scene of a locked door that leads to Von Siemens' room, he was assumedly found dead in a chair. This makes everyone question what could have happened. There was an obviously storm outside. Badroy the chef noted that it was hot, and then Lao spoke and said there might be a murder somewhere. But could they come from the window? Who knows? But it was clearly locked, according to Earl Grey. Could they? Could someone have entered the room and locked the door from the outside? Who knows? Oh wait, it's been noted that it's a lock inside the room, and no guests have the keys to the room for locking. And then Ciel suggested the needle and thread trick, which would mean that they have planted a needle within a lock and then went outside and locked the door from the inside out. Upon that, afterwards, alibis were made. Everyone had someone to prove as an alibi by being in either the billiards room, the lounge, or the servants' quarters. But CL was the oddball, so he is the prime suspect for the scene at the moment. Within the next morning, Sebastian is found dead, reported by Finian, the gardener. From our assumptions, he was hit in the head, and to make him clear to be dead, he was stabbed twice. And because Ciel was chained up with Arthur, there was no way he could be the murderer for this. Upon mealtime, it was then that they discovered that Mr. Phelps is missing. Where could he be? They have checked Ciel's room, and there he was found dead. 2 puncture marks. Is it possible poisoning? Upon further inspection of the room, there is a broken clock that reads 2:38. That might be the time that he died. Upon more information, Sebastian was visiting the servants. It was around 2:50, Bartroyd noted. And so, with this information, Arthur has created an alibi list. What could it mean with this alibi list? Lord Siemens, around 1:10 a.m., the suspect with no alibi is Earl Phantomhive. At 2:38 a.m., Mr. Phelps was in Ciel's room. And because everyone was in their rooms, the only one to kill him at that point was Sebastian, as the one who tends the night away. As for Sebastian, at 2:50 or so a.m., it suspects cannot be himself or Phantomhive and Arthur. As for the rest, no, and everyone else is a suspect for the Butler's death. Upon wanting to discover Phelps's death more, they would require a key, which only Sebastian knows or owns the key. He's the one who knows it, he's the one who keeps it. And so they went to the cellar to visit upon Sebastian to see if he has the key on hand. Upon reaching the cellar, Sebastian was discovered to be wet. There could be a leaking from the ceiling of the cellar. Who knows? It's just what Budroy noted. And within further inspection, there was no key to be found. They stripped him and tried to find a key, but there's none to be seen. And upon a visit to Sebastian's room, other rooms were also checked. Of course, the females were among themselves to check their belongings for privacy reasons, while the men did their own search upon their rooms and such. Nothing much was found, or so. Due to this, Lau mentioned that there could be a mystery guest, someone not part of this party, someone who is killing from the outside scenes. Who may this mystery guest be? We may not know, but we sure want to know who it might be. Ironically, not too long after, a 16th party has arrived. Here's the vicar, Jeremy Rathbone. And for anyone who doesn't know what a vicar is, a vicar. If anyone doesn't know what a vicar is, basically a priest. Anyways, he was tied up because the servants found him very sus, and so they apprehended him. And so, yes, he arrived while roped up. He is smart, as he has noted with Mr. Woodley's lovely ring, which only the Woodley Company would have advanced technology to cut such a brilliant diamond into that shape. Otherwise, since he was still sus, Finian took out a ticket to a wherever theater, which was to the theater for the Lady of the Lake, which was performed yesterday, March 12th, with this alibi being from yesterday night, and that the lady was very popular nowadays. To make investigation more easier for Jeremy, we had everybody separated into their rooms so that the smells don't mix together. Our first investigation with Von Siemens. It is noted that he has a drinking habit, otherwise it smelled like the sea. Otherwise, multiple parties might have been involved. On goes the day into the night. We have discovered that was a Phelps's murderer was a snake, more specifically, a black mamba found in South Africa. Nets thought the snake was cute, so she got the chance to maybe boop the snake, though. Who knows about the snake's reaction? Because obviously, tied up in the knot, so agitated, possibly. Anyways, everyone. Anyways, Ciel was lucky that Ranmao was has quick reflexes just to avoid the snake. And so, what can it mean? Staring at Willie. What shall we do? If Lao doesn't do business that reaches into South Africa, what will you do? As for information for von Siemens' death, he might have not been dead upon the first discovery. With the theory that relates to Romeo and Juliet, do you remember Juliet's poison? That she didn't actually drink deadly poison. It's just a temporary sleep, as if she were to be dead. And with this, we have scientific discovery to make something a reality from this story. By scientific discovery, the only way to get this particular poison that Juliet used in the Romeo and Juliet could be from pufferfish or octopus, who are from the sea. And so, it is what we would assume that von Siemens drank the poison. Then he threw the bottle into the fireplace. Maybe he was framed by someone. But he was actually stabbed. But later on, he was actually stabbed to death. Could he be someone that hates CL? No, because they have no connection to each other beforehand of this party. This is their first time meeting. So it must be someone who is hateful towards the Phantom Hive Company. A bottle of poison should be in the fireplace. And so Jeremy fetched up the shards of glass that remains in the fireplace and then magically put them together to form a bottle. And as for that bottle, and with the bottle evidence, Mr. Whitley was accused to be the murderer. The Whitley Company, known for their business for diamonds, could actually took a lot of damage if the Phantom Hive Company had succeeded in their business to expand, and so he might want to take out the competition by getting rid of the Euro Phantom Hive. With this accusation and a bunch of evidence, he is to be arrested with a lovely toast to the wonderful participants of this investigation, to toast to our survival. Within the next morning, the guest leaves, and among with these three people, Quinn and Crazy went off with Sir Arthur just to meet up with the Earl Phantom Hive, just to hear that Jeremy and Sebastian were indeed the same person, And so a talk over tea is what Earl Phantom Hive suggested might be great to explain the events. Was Woodley innocent in this entire event? Yes, but he was also doing something very illegal way beforehand. Like a fortnight ago, 14 days, 2 weeks ago in South Africa. He was related and probably was the one responsible for a particular company's head death in South Africa. The Phantom 5 knows that because he has connections to information. The information of what we may not know. But for the anime and manga readers, Undertaker. Anyways. And the end of their small tea party, Quinn left for her carriage ride back home. As for Crazy and Sir Arthur, Sebastian revealed himself to be some demon. Or that seemed very deadly. Arthur ran for his life because he was very frightened and scared. As for Crazy, he went back to America. As for Nets, she was hanging out with a milk snake before she had to leave. Goodbye and farewell they went. To another day they might meet each other. Or not. Who knows if they will ever meet. But it was a fun, small, lovely time together. Sorry, this was kind of very trash simulator. I'm not really great at RNG simulators, so I just assume that this might be fun. It's fun in the head, but not when I'm trying to plan it and do last minute stuff for it. But yeah, thanks to anyone who cared about it.